All right. Shalom, shalom. Real Hebrew Israelite coming week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America and its society. I want to start off giving all praises and glory and honor to Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And the few sisters that are listening and learning and being obedient to their husbands. This the brother Martazawa Younger, aka Mataz, and I'm coming back with another quick video. And basically, I just want to touch on this video about this wicked ass bitch Cardi B. How she just don't take no accountability for nothing. And you know what? A lot of judgment is coming to a lot of females that don't take accountability. And you weak niggas too. You know, that allow this type of behavior. Because even the dude who was who she started cursing out, he allowing her to say these things, you know. You allowing this behavior by calling her a queen. Queen, this means bitch anyway. That's exactly what she is. She's a bitch. And that behavior is unacceptable. It's very unacceptable. And when our people are going to start saying that this is unacceptable, you know, they never say it. They never say this is unacceptable. This is some bad behavior. You shouldn't be talking like this. They never hold these females to any type of accountability. But guess what? Us men of the Lord will hold you greatly, no problem, to accountability, because you have to take accountability for your actions. Simple as that. So I'm going to go on here and go to this video. Just give me 1 second. So I'm going to let this video play. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it back.
Claiming that Cardi, insiders are claiming that Offset is publicly bragging about getting you pregnant for the 4th time. Do you foresee any paternity issues with Stephon Diggs?
Stop disrespecting me. Don't disrespect me. Cardi, your court look is amazing.
You're amazing, Cardi. I still love you, even though you just threw some stuff at me.
I don't care. You're disrespectful. Don't do that. Do you see women asking those type of questions to me?
No, ma'am.
She's a queen.
It's a legit question.
Why do you feel as a man you get to ask me those type of questions?
Yeah, this is what happens when women are faced with accountability and they don't want to take it. The person that she threw the pin at, which was a reporter, doing his job, asked a legitimate question. We don't know who the baby father is because technically you're still married to Offset, but here you're walking around with a big ass belly talking about getting slammed like a football in a touchdown. So the fact of the matter is that you're already violating your marriage and you're sitting here asking and demanding for respect. How can you be in a disrespectful situation and demand respect, ma'am? It doesn't make sense. You're still legally married. You didn't even wait for the fucking ink to dry before you went and get knocked up by Lord knows who. And it's already been speculated that you went back and forth. That's a legitimate question. And isn't she in court for doing the same type of stupid shit? Obviously she ain't learned a lesson. It's a legitimate question to ask who the fucking father is. That's a legitimate question that every man should be able to know. And so the fact of the matter is that you physically assaulted him with a pen because he asked a legitimate question as a professional reporter is ludicrous to me, and it just goes to show that women hate accountability. Y'all want to be sexually liberated and be able to go outside and hang out the window with your ratchet ass friends, but when somebody asks about who's the baby daddy, now you want to throw shit. Well, throw a paternity test and you wouldn't have to have those questions. They're ugly money. I need some new people for my podcast.
Alright. So yeah, man. That just shows you, man, that these females do not take any type of accountability, man. And YAHAWASHI is going to destroy. And the guy, you know, I ain't saying that was kind of weak on his part, like I said, because when she did that, you saying I still love you. What that shit? What do you mean you love her? Love her for what? What is the? She ain't show no love. She showed you hate, bro. She threw something at you for just asking a legitimate question, you know. But this is when a judgment about to come in for this, man. You know, let me go to that Proverbs. This is Proverbs 30 and 20. It says, such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. But we're going to get this in some other versions. Give me 1 second, because this is how these females do, man. They act like they ain't do nothing wicked. So this is the New International Version of Proverbs 30 and 20. It says, this is the way of an adulterous woman. She eat and wipeth her mouth and say, I done nothing wrong. This is what they say Oh, I ain't do nothing wrong. What I do? And you know, according to Esau world, she's married legally still to Offset. You know, according to Esau world, right? And now she's knocked up again. And nobody knows who the baby father is. And it's crazy that she got the nerve to get upset about these things. Somebody asking her a legitimate question. It ain't like he asked her something wrong. He asked her a legitimate question. And she was completely off for that. You know, because this female doing some wickedness, man. And YAHAWASHI is going to judge a lot of these females that think they ain't gonna, they just think they ain't gonna get away with this, you know. Nah, you gonna get destroyed. Simple as that. You know, judgment is coming, and a lot of you females are going to feel that fire. They're gonna feel that pain. This is the New International Version. It says, an adulterous woman consumeth a man, you know, consumeth, taking his semen, you know, and then wipeth her mouth, you know, she's swallowing it, she consume him, swallowing it, eat it up, and she consumed the man. Then wipeth her mouth and say, what's wrong with that? She's saying, what's wrong with that? What I do wrong? You know, okay, I was being a little that's out. You know, but you know what? This is the mindset of them, man. The mindset is completely like, they act like children, man. You know, they act like children. You know, completely like children. And they don't know how to take any accountability for their actions. And YAHAWASHI is getting tired of these type of females, man. They got to get destroyed, man. And it has to happen. Because they going to keep doing this, and then there's no accountability behind it. They just do whatever the hell they want. Now, judgment has to come right behind it. That's as simple as that. You're going to get judged for your actions. You know, and it's only right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's only right. And you females that think you're gonna keep getting away with this, you're not. You know. So it's coming, man. It's coming. Let me hit that amplified one on Proverbs 30:20. This is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and say, I have done no wrong. That's how they do. I ain't done no wrong. They consume a man. I ain't done nothing wrong. But you know what? This adultery lifestyle that they live in, this death style, and you got a judgment for it. Let me get it. This is the judgment that comes with it. You know, for you females out here that like to play the harlot. It said this Ecclesiasticus 23:22. Thus shall it go well with the wife that leaveth her husband and bring in an heir by another. And that's probably what's going on, most likely. She bringing in an heir by another. Not by her husband, but by another man. And YAHAWASHI, you think he gonna be pleased with that? Hell no. Not pleased with that. Not pleased with that at all. It says, for first she have disobeyed the law of the Most High. So she disobeyed Yahweh. You know, simple as that. And secondly, she had trespassed against her own husband. And thirdly, she had played the whore and an adulteress. You know, and that's what they do. They play this whore lifestyle. You know, and YAHAWASHI is going to destroy them for that, man. That adulterous lifestyle, that whore lifestyle, man. They're not going to get away with it, man. You think you're going to keep doing these things and getting away with it, you know. So she trespassed against her own husband. And thirdly, she had played the whore and an adulteress and brought in children by another man. Simple as that. You know, YAHAWASHI is not dealing with that whorish lifestyle, man. You know, you ain't gonna get away with that and do this thought activities and think you gonna get away with it, man. You're not. You know, these females are completely out of order, man. Like this female right here in front of me driving on the street, completely out of order. And they don't think they doing nothing wrong. You know? YAHAWASHI is going to straight up destroy them. She should be brought out into the congregation. And an inquisition should be made of her children. So YAHAWASHI is going to make an example out of them little demons. Them little demons you brung in. You know, that's what's going to happen. Because YAHAWASHI is not going to play no games. And, you know, and that's just what it is. You know, and it's going to be rightfully so. You know. Simple as that. Her children should not take root because they're going to be destroyed. You know. And her branches should not bring forth no fruit. So ain't no fruit going to be brought forth. You know, because YAHAWASHI is going to destroy every last one of her, every last one of that other man's offspring, because that's another man's offspring, or other men's offsprings, you know, because they be having children by multiples, you know, anyway. It just be like that, you know. You know, and that's just what it is. And YAHAWASHI is not going to play any, you know, he's going to just do what he got to do, man. And put her completely to death. And that's what's going to happen. You know? And ain't going to be no, oh, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. No, YAHAWASHI, I don't care about none of that. That forgive me, or I'm sorry. No, it's gonna be straight judgment for all of that, man. And that's just what it is. You know, it's coming. You know, the judgment of YAHAWASHI is coming, and it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful because we're looking forward to them being destroyed for this wickedness, this type of wickedness that they're doing, you know. And it says she shall leave her memory to be cursed, and her reproach should not be blotted out. And it's not going to get blotted out. She's not going to hide from this, you know. No, this is going to be a memorial for all the wickedness, all the consuming she did, all the thought activities she did. You know, it's gonna be stuck with her like a chain, man. And hey, rightfully so, because hey, it's too much wickedness, man. Too much, you know. So it ain't no escaping this, and they that remain should know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord Yahweh, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord Yahweh. So they gonna, hey, the ones that see this and these examples get made out of these demonic children, you know, they gonna understand that, hey man, fearing YAHAWASHI is the best way to go. You know, that's the only way to go. There's no other way. It is great glory to follow the Lord Yahweh, and to be received of him is long life. Simple as that. So that's what's coming. What they don't want to accept, what they don't want to understand, what they don't want to get with the program, the hell with them if they don't want to get with the program. Because guess what? They got another thing coming for this whorish lifestyle. You know, want to open up their legs to every man. You know, matter of fact, let me get the Good News translation. So this is the good news translation of Ecclesiasticus 26:12. She will spread her legs anywhere for any man who want her, just as a thirsty traveler will drink whatever water is available. And that's what, the water is the man's waters that come out of him, So what shows right there that that consuming, she consumed, right? She was consuming. Hey, that's off. Ain't nothing right about that. That's off. You shouldn't be consuming all these different guys that you're dealing with, because guess what? That sperm attached to your brain stem forever until you die. But they don't want to accept that. They always try to find a loophole, and then they try to say that man can get spirits from. No, it don't, man. Where is y'all getting this? Ain't no where is it scientifically proven that says that? Show me facts. Don't just tell me something. Show me that. Then I had some female saying, "Oh, I could take you to the lab and show." Yeah, okay. That they get some type of DNA, and the only thing that a man can get from a female is a damn disease. That's it. Because she carry on diseases, and she dealing with all these different people. That's the only thing a man can get from a female. It's a goddamn disease. And it's harder to get the disease because he got a little hole. It ain't big as your hole. It's like they always trying to find loopholes around it. So they try to find loopholes around men having multiple wives and all of this. It's just, they always trying to find their own way. But it's all good. I'm about to be closing this. Get this one last scripture, this Micah, the end game. In fact, I'm going to pull up different versions. Give me 1 second. But first, I'm going to read it in the KJV version, King James version. So it says, Micah 7:10, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord Yahweh, thy most high power God? My eyes shall behold her, not shall she be trodden down as the mare of the street. So that's the King James version. They took then she might. So I just wanted to read that because I do like the international version, but I hate that they took woman out. But I'm gonna read it though. It said, then my enemy, which is your woman, will see it, which we just read. Then she that's my enemy. Then my enemy will see it, and I will be. Will see it and will be covered with shame. Well, it said keep going. You know what? You can just keep reading because it says she right here, right? So I don't know what brothers was talking about when I read this before. It said, then my enemy will see it and it will be and will be covered with shame. She who said to me, where is the Lord Yahweh, your most high power God? My eye will see her downfall. Even now she will be trampled underfoot like mare in the streets. So yeah, she gonna get destroyed. These females are going to get destroyed. That was a good one. That New International Version. Because in the other ones, they don't really say she. But, I want to see what that Amplified version say. Because I like that Amplified, man. But, hey, man, this judgment is coming for a lot of these demonic-ass females, man. They're not going to escape. They're not going to escape it, Well, let me read the new King James version. Then she who is my enemy will see, and shame will cover her who said to me, where is the Lord Yahweh, thy most high power God? My eyes will see her. Now she will be trampled down like mud in the streets. They're gonna get destroyed, man. We found, here go that amplified. They about to amplify this shit up, Put that heat on that shit, straight up. Cause YAHAWASHI got it out for. And that bitch Cardi B, she got another thing coming for her. Micah 7:10 and the amplified. Then my enemy, all the purge nations shall see it, and shame for despising the Lord Yahweh will cover her who said to me, where is the Lord Yahweh, your most high power God? My eyes will look on her and with satisfaction at her judgment. Oh, that's cold. With satisfaction at her judgment. And we gonna be satisfied, man. We are. We're gonna be satisfied, man. You know, we're gonna be satisfied for these things, bro. We're gonna be so happy to see this judgment that's gonna come down and destroy these demonic ass females for all their wickedness and thotness, being a thot, which means these hoes out there being a whore. Yeah, how about you now? I ain't dealing with it. Man, with satisfaction of her judgment. Now she, unbeliever, will be trampled down like mud in the streets. She gonna get destroyed, man. That's what's gonna happen to these females, man. And all praises to YAHAWASHI for that, man. We looking forward to these type of things, because the judgment of YAHAWASHI must happen. It has to happen. It's only right because of all the wickedness that they have done to us men of the Lord. You know, all the hurt, all the sadness, all the disappointments, because they don't believe in YAHAWASHI. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Crocodiles. Double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. And if your sisters start listening, learning, being obedient to their husbands, continue doing the work. Shalom, Barak, Thumb, and a Bible Ball.